Welcome back. How are you guys doing? It's Tuesday afternoon. It's about 6 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and we're gonna be making a video tonight showing some of the parts that we got for Corey's truck. And I just kind of want to give you guys a little update on what else has been going on at the house and at the shop and everything. So this is a truck that we have parted out. We picked this up last week, and this truck has 420,000 miles on it, guys. And it was wrecked. Well, it wasn't wrecked in the front, but it had a blown brake line, and they robbed a bunch of parts off of it. The previous owners did, and it just sat for, I believe I was told, 8 years that this truck has been sitting. I purchased it off of a buddy. He verified that it ran, got it running, and I had someone else interested in the motor. And I also got a Core 47 RE two-wheel drive transmission out of the deal. Well, it actually works and shifts fine. So it's probably going to be the one that we build for the shorty, so that way we don't have to have any downtime with it. We just pull that one out, build whenever that one's done and it's built. We'll put that one directly in, and just nice to have a Core. But give you guys a little walk around this thing. It did have a bed on it. We sold the bed already. The truck is actually sold. Has pretty nice interior in it and stuff. But like I said, all this stuff is going off of it. Pretty rusty old truck, but a lot of good parts on here. It actually still had the factory muffler on it, believe it or not. Here's the motor that came out of the white dually. It's a 12 valve. I actually debated, a lot of friends and stuff were telling me to pull this pump off and put it on the shorty. It's a 180 pump, but I really don't think that's the route I want to go. The thing's kind of crusty looking anyways, and I don't really want to tear into that thing. I would rather just get a new injection pump for the shorty. When that time comes, when we want to add more power, we'll just go with a completely new setup, something that's been flowed and everything. And that's just kind of the route I want to go with it. But just kind of give you guys a little look at the motor. 428,000 miles on that thing. But we have a ton of parts here. Not really going to show you guys a ton of that until Corey gets here. I'm sure he's pretty excited to get this stuff opened up. We've been talking about doing this to Corey's truck for pretty much as soon as he got it. He's been talking about doing a turbo swap on it. We were debating on going with a second gen swap. We were debating on going with a drop-in charger, and for his overall needs, I think he got the perfect setup. And yeah, so as soon as he gets here, guys, we're gonna start opening this stuff up, and we'll show you what we got coming for this weekend. And guys, we are also we're not going to be putting the parts on in this video. Sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know now. We're not going to be putting them on right now. We're just not going to have enough time, and we want to be able to get it pretty much knocked out in one day. But before we actually start throwing all the parts on this thing, we're going to go around, and Corey's got a monitor in there. We're going to monitor boost, EGT, all that stuff, and we'll actually be able to see what changes going from the HE351 to this turbo setup. I've got everything laid out over here for us, so let's go ahead and start opening this stuff up. I'd say we'll probably, no, you want to start with the studs? So these are Exotic Performances. These are they're comparable to pretty much the medium grade. I'm not going to say any company's name, guys. All the companies out there that sell HEAD studs are great, but these are just the studs. The company that's been willing to work with us, and they do make an absolutely awesome product at an extremely affordable price. So you guys can see how they're packaged and everything. And make sure you guys go check them out. Exotic Performance. I'll put their link in the description below. But they package them very nicely. They put these little plastic tips on the edge of every single stud, and really nice.
Big pack of grease.
It comes with a very large package of grease, so you will not run out whenever you're doing the install. And then the 6 that are longer, they actually package them individually, and they give you a little sheet here. Shows all your how to torque everything. And yeah, you guys remember the last studs we did? They've actually changed their packaging since then. I think these new boxes are pretty sick. That really catches your eye. So he's sitting in a store somewhere, you know, you'd want to check them out and see what they are. So we'll set these off to the side. We'll get on to the next thing. Next up on the list, go ahead and let you guys know, this is Smeding Diesel's second gen swap kit. So you guys know who we got all the parts from. That is an S&B filter, but the kit basically all comes from Smeding. So that is a huge filter, really, and should be plenty for the setup that we're going to be running. As you guys can see the clamp on there. We can just set this out, put the box on the ground, so we can have everything laid out up here.
There's a sticker though, man.
Came with a sticker, man. Yeah, we'll get all the boring stuff out of the way first.
Yeah, we'll save the best for last.
We'll save the best for last, right. So this is obviously it's made by Diamond Eye, but like I said, again, guys, the kit came from Smeding, so it's super easy to order this stuff. It just all comes together. Nice downpipe there. I'm sure it has a clamp in the box to go with it. That's a HX40 style downpipe flange, so it makes it pretty versatile in case he was ever going to change his setup up. There's just some packaging info. There's that. You guys can see that. These fit very nice as well because we've already actually done one of these on Bailey's truck, and all this stuff fits really good. It's out of your way for you a little bit.
Just be a little bit loose here.
Yeah. And I've been waiting. I've had this stuff since, what was it, Friday or yesterday?
I think the rest of it came yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff came at different times, but I didn't open any of it because it's Corey's, so I wanted to get his initial reaction.
Get my Christmas present.
Like to get your Christmas presents in, and it's just not as fun when they're already open. You want to do the initial unboxing. Oh, that looks nice. Nice. Look at that. They package this stuff really well too. I mean, it's got like oil coating on it to prevent it from any type of rusting or anything like that.
Plastic, but it is
already tapped for EGT probe, so you'll be able to put that right in there. It's a 3-piece Smeding manifold, guys, with a T4 foot on it, and it is angled, so we'll be able to put his turbo like it were to be in a factory 2nd gen location. So that is really nice. Really nice piece there. And the 3-piece manifold will also help prevent from cracking. This stuff gets super hot, like 1500 degrees. I mean, up to 2000 degrees at sometimes. And I mean, maybe not in your, aspect, but sometimes certain trucks. So the 3-piece will help it prevent from cracking. That stuff can expand and shrink back up on its own without having any issues like that. Yeah, this is gonna be a ton of stuff. And sorry for the little table I'm trying to work with, guys. I was going to use the bed of the shorty because I have a rubber mat in there, but I just decided the lighting be a little better like this. Oh boy. It looks like that nut came off there. Right there, that little nut goes to that clamp for your intake. Put that back on there, must have vibrated loose. That's going to be the one that goes right on the turbo. That's for the air intake. Couple boots. Smeding boots. Oh, I didn't even know that they had their own boots. That's really nice. I got the little rubber or metal clamp there in the middle. Same thing. Some more piping here. I really like that. Hopefully you wanted a polished look, because that's what you got.
She's getting polished.
She's getting polished.
Nice. I ain't gonna lie, I did not expect those.
Well, you didn't think it was gonna come with them?
I didn't think the drain would be stainless like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a really nice drain. You guys can see there. It probably has a couple O-rings in here somewhere. And this will actually slide directly down. Kitty, we're making a video. The drain will actually slide directly down into the block. And then this is the oil feed. So this will be feeding the turbo, and then the drain. Got some more stuff in there. Man, this is a lot of stuff.
She gonna be running. There's the turbo.
There's the turbo right there, guys. Came with a koozie, all his clamps and stuff.
Right,
all kinds of nice stuff in there. I'm sure your O-rings are probably in there for the drain.
Clamps, bolts, turbo hardware, gasket.
Oh, it came with new manifold gaskets as well. It came with everything.
Here are O-rings
Yep,
in there.
O-rings are in there for the drain.
That's a nice touch there.
Yeah, looks like that's all just pretty standard stuff you're going to need for the installation. And I believe it did also come with manifold bolts too, didn't it? Is there enough in there? Yeah.
Right here.
That's really nice. I'm trying to have to source your own, you know. The nice thing about getting in a kit like this. Stick this off to the side, and then this is where it gets really fun. I didn't realize how big this thing was. It's been a minute since I've look at that. Okay, now you're gonna have to get this one out of the plastic. Check that out. This thing is sick, man. This is a S467 with an 83 exhaust turbine and a 9.0 housing. Right. So, and it also has a billet wheel, guys. They do offer a billet wheel upgrade. And I can say, I really didn't run the cast wheel on the Shorty, but the billet wheel is a lot lighter, so it's supposed to help with spool up time. And with how I'm running the I'll just pop the hood real quick. We are also running another Smeding turbo on the Shorty, and I will say, guys, this is a kind of a drop-in style turbo, but the spool up on it with the billet wheel is amazing. This thing rips, but we're not going to get into that. This is about Corey's stuff. So, yeah, that pretty much says everything about the turbo, and it already has the little elbow on there, so you don't have to run an extra O-ring, an extra clamp. It just kind of makes for a clean installation, and you're not going to really get that in a lot of kits. So them making their own cover, that's really nice piece. So, and Corey's truck is automatic, by the way, guys. It is a kind of a big turbo to run, but for what he does, just occasional towing and everything, on a common row application, this should be perfect. So I'll give you guys.
They spooled it pretty good on Bailey.
Oh, you're already using your new Smeding koozie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Bailey had the same. Bailey was actually running the same turbo minus the billet wheel. He had the cast wheel, and he towed with it all the time and never had a problem with it. And that's on stock fuel with a Smarty programmer. That's it. 5.9 common rail, stock fuel, Smarty programmer.
It's a touch laggy.
I mean, it's a bigger turbo. You're gonna have a little bit of lag.
You're not probably gonna want to go down to the mountains or anything like that.
Unless you had maybe a little bigger injector and stuff, you know. But
that's on stock fuel.
Right, but this video basically, I mean, it is like, so this question is beat to death, is what turbo setup do I go with on a 3rd gen 5.9 or 6.7? I mean, they're extremely popular. That's 90% of diesel owners, it seems like, has one of those trucks because they're just such an awesome platform to build with, and they want to know what the turbo setup's going to do. So we're going to do a pretty much down to nut and bolt before and after the HE351 going to the 467 from Smeding. So yeah, that's pretty much everything we got, but we're not going to really have time to put it all on tonight. It kind of sucks. We might just have to call in tomorrow and we can get it all put on. Yeah. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up on this stuff for right now, guys. So we are, I don't know if Corey's going with me or not, but I am going to run over to Mason's. I want to check out something that he got. And you guys will have to, if you guys want to see us install this, you'll have to come back in a couple days once we get all this stuff put on. So, and also I do want to add in the head studs, guys. If you're going to be doing an upgrade like this to a large turbo, or just in general, the head studs are you know, kind of a little bit extra money that you really need to consider spending, because you're going to be pushing not only more boost but just a lot more air through that head. So you don't want to have to you know, deal with blowing a head gasket if you could prevent it. And on Corey's truck, see, whenever we did the exotic head studs on the 12 valve, they use a different type of head gasket. So we just went ahead and pulled the head off and had it O-ringed and everything. But on Corey's application, it's an MLS style head gasket. So the head gasket itself is actually metal, and you can get by on these without having to take the head off. We're going to do the 1x1 method on changing them all. It'll save us, I mean, we'll be able to do it in a day. Before, you'd be looking at a week's downtime, having to get the head checked and everything. But we're literally just going to be able to pull a head bolt out, put a head stud in, and we'll show you guys how to do all this. We're really going to go into extreme attention on how to do all this stuff, so you guys can do it yourself at home. you guys like the parts for the truck, for Corey's truck. Huge shout out to the companies again, Exotic Performance and Smeding Turbos. The links to both their websites will be in the description below. So if you guys want to check out their products, we do have a 5% off coupon or promotional code for Smeding Turbos. I believe it's Dirty Diamond Diesel 5 or Dirty Diamond 5. I always forget it, so you'll have to look. But you'll be able to get 5% off all of their products. They're also doing a sale right now. So I believe the 5% would be on top of the sale. So you're talking a very, very generous amount of savings, and probably a lot more affordable than a lot of you guys are used to seeing on these second-gen swap kits. So be sure to go over there and check them out. Also, if you guys want to check out the Dirty Diamond Diesel merchandise and support the channel, I am wearing one of our shirts right now. This is actually the 12-valve shirt. I can't really show it to you. I guess I can try. Has the 12-valve valve covers on the back. So that's pretty cool. It says Dirty Diamond Diesel up the side, but go check those out. They'll be in the description as well, and you guys can support the channel. Let's get over here to Mason's and see what's going on. Filling up old girl. Well, to say, guys, I am pretty impressed. I forgot to set the thing on this last time to check our basically check our mileage to see what kind of fuel mileage we're getting out of this thing. But I'm arguably going to say that it's just as cheap to drive as, well, not as cheap as the car, but this thing is pretty much awesome fuel mileage. I'd say it's probably getting like mid-20s if I had to guess. It doesn't have the gauge on it. It's not a high enough trim pack where it has the fuel meter there where it'll tell you, but it gets really good fuel mileage. I drove the crap out of it. I filled it up for like 60 bucks. I've drove it to work twice now. Yeah, I've driven to work twice. I've pulled a trailer with it twice, and I've been to I've hauled gravel in it. I hauled all kinds of scrap the other day, and we're just now putting fuel in it again. So I'm probably just gonna leave this truck stock motor-wise because I don't want to sacrifice any of that fuel mileage. So with all the Corona stuff going on, pretty much all of the restaurants around here or fast food places are pretty much packed, double wrapped around the building. Couldn't go to Wendy's, so we settled for some Long John Silver's. This is probably gonna be bad later, but we're really hungry and we need to eat some dinner before we get over to Mason's. Guys, we're over here at Mason's, and just real quick before we get out of today's video, I want to show you guys a new toy that he picked up. Got Country Boy Skyler there on the phone. I think he's sharpening the piece for it there, but Mason picked up a TIG welder, guys. It's the Alpha TIG 201 XD. I'm pretty sure you saw this on Greg's channel, didn't you? Is this pretty much the same one that he bought? So pretty nice unit for the price, and Mason's been playing with it already. He got a stand for it, pretty much all set up for it, and he's been trying to learn how to TIG weld. We've always talked about trying to get one of these and learn how to do it, and he said screw it, pulled the trigger on one and got one. He's already learned on, he's only been messing with it for like 2 days, and he's already figuring out, and he started welding on aluminum to start with, but he said steel's easier, I guess. I don't really know. We don't know anything about this at all. Skyler said with the amount of money he's going to waste in gas, he could have just went to school to learn, but hey, at least you can learn at home. So he's messing with it a little bit. You guys can kind of see. I mean, it's really not bad. You just need to figure out consistency and figure out how to conjoin two pieces, but I'd be more interested to really do it with steel. I feel like you'd use steel probably do more steel welding than anything.
You got a couple
yeah, just small stuff, but generally, I mean, steel is probably what we would use it for if we were actually going to be doing it and it had a purpose. But Mason also got his motors moved over here from the house. This is the motor that came out of the blue truck, and that's the 12 valve that we stole all the parts off of for the P-bump swap. But I'm going to throw a helmet on. I tried to do it already, and where's my spot at? Right there and right there. So that's me and that's me, so not good at all by any means. So I'm gonna stick a helmet on and I'm gonna watch him and see how he's actually doing this. So I kind of want to learn how to do it too. Which helmet was it you said was good? This one?
Yeah, I could probably
either one. So there's a little bead he just did right there. So yeah, I pretty much see how you do it. I think whatever I was trying to do, I was going way too fast. I didn't realize it was that slow of a process. Has it turned down right now too? Man, I feel like it would take forever to do this if you had to do like a big project. But oh no, you guys try to be nice in the comments. I know that there's probably a lot of wrong going on right now, but just give it some time, get good at it, just like everything else. So, well, I can't even make it happen at all. Like every time I try it, it's just like that's mine, that's mine. I can't even make the process work. I had Mason trying to watch me through his helmet and tell me what I was doing wrong, but we'll watch Skylar now. He's got pretty decent at it too. Like I said, he's done it 3 times, so I don't know. This might just be one of those things that you're either born with or not. I don't think I am. But Mason is going to keep playing with his welder before he has to go into work tonight. And I'm going to hit the road. I got to get home and get to bed. So hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, go check out your Dirty Diamond Diesel merchandise in the description below as well. Thanks, guys.